Hello everyone, are you ready to power up your English? Today's topic is present perfect. So, when do we use present perfect? Why is the present perfect so confusing? Why can't I use simple past instead of present perfect? Today I'm going to help you with all these three questions. Yes, this tense can be very confusing, so you need a pen and a notebook to get ready to take some notes if you need. Today, it's a grammatical structure and pronunciation, a connection to the present, finished and unfinished time, and past simple. Oh yes, some typical mistakes. We are going to learn all this step by step. Let's begin. The grammatical structure is to form the present perfect. So, when do we use have and when do we use has? I have, you have, he, she, it has. We have, they have. Remember, the letter S in has is pronounced like z, zoo, like the, zoo. What is the past participle? The past participle is verb 3. The first infinitive, see. Second, past simple, so. Third, past participle, seen. The same goes with regular verbs. For example, play, played, play it. Affirmative form, I have seen. Mary has seen. Negative form is I have not seen. Mary has not seen. The question form is have you seen? Has Mary seen? In spoken English, we normally contract. This is very natural. I have becomes I've. You have, you've. He has, She has, she's. We have, we've. They have, they've. For negatives, the contractions are a little bit different. I have not. I haven't. You have not. You haven't. He has not. Hasn't. We have not. We haven't. They have not. They haven't. The grammatical structure done. Let's keep going. A connection to the present. This is really important when we use present perfect. Let's do a few examples, but I need some perfect. We have the past and the present. I've lived in New York for 5 years. I moved to New York in the past. What's the connection to the present? Now I still live in here, New York. Will I continue to live in New York? That's not important. That information doesn't matter. Pete and I have been together for 8 years. We got married in 2011. Pete and I have been together for 8 years. What's the connection to the present? Now we are still married. We are still together. Will this action continue in the future? It's not important. I've had my bubbles since I was 15. I bought bubbles when she was a little puppy. What is the connection to the present? Now I still have bubbles. When we're using the present perfect, we're really trying to link the past to the present. There is the present impact. Mary's lost his job. In the past, he lost his job. Now, what's the matter? Now he doesn't have a job. Now he is stressed. I can't find my keys. I've looked everywhere. I lost my keys. I've looked everywhere. What's the present impact? Now, I can't get into my house. We see this grammar a lot in the news. Why? Because past actions have present impacts. The government has decided to increase taxes. The decision was made in the past. Now, what's the present impact? Now, taxes are rising. Heavy rain has caused flooding in many areas. What is the flooding? Flooding is when water gets too high. It started in the past. Now, what is the present impact? People need help. Cars get damaged. Roads are all ruined. Let's continue. Finished, unfinished time. Remember this. We'll return to this. We use the present perfect for past experiences. I have been to France twice. My best friend and I have watched Titanic so many times. I've met the president. These are all life experiences. When did these things happen? When we use the present perfect, we do not give a specific finished time. I have been to France twice in 2015 and 2016. 2015 and 2016 are finished times. Now it's 2019. My best friend and I watched Titanic so many times in high school. Now, I'm not in high school. I have finished it. I've met the president in July. Now it's September. July is a finished. What is unfinished time? I have a calendar. Today is the 25th. Is the month finished? No, it's not finished. I haven't been to the gym this month. This month is correct. The month isn't over. My flatmate and I have cooked Indian food twice a week. This week isn't over. It's only Wednesday. I've written over 15 emails today. Is today over? It's only 2 o'clock. The day isn't finished. In my life, I have traveled to so many places. In my life isn't a finished time. I am still living. I've been to France twice. I went to France in 2015 and 2016. We have watched Titanic so many times. We watched Titanic so many times in high school. I've met the president. I've met the president in September. Typical mistakes. Number 1. Using the past simple instead of past participle, I have ate. I have eaten. She has saw. She has seen. This is very important. Number 2. We spoke about this a lot, using the present perfect with specific finished time. Last night I gone to the pub with a few friends. Last night I went. Number 3. It's important to remember the time doesn't need to be in the same sentence. It needs to be in the context of a conversation. Here is a conversation. Have you tried that Greek restaurant Heracles? You mean the one by the train station? Yeah. Oh, actually, my boyfriend and I went there last week. As you can see, we begin the conversation with the present perfect. Have you been? I'm interested in the experience. I don't care when. As the conversation continues, we use a past simple. Why? Because last week is a specific finished time. How was it? Was it okay? Yeah, the food was great. Now we continue in the past simple, because last week is my finished time, and we continue because I have the time in mind. Wow, you've done a great job. You've done a great job. Present perfect. I hope you have found answers to your questions. See you next time. Goodbye.